guys, welcome back to my channel. But today, as you can tell by the title, I am going to be doing a back to school get ready with me. So I'm actually going to show you guys two sort of looks. I'm going to do a full makeup look and then also something that you can do a little more on day-to-day basis that I actually do on a day-to-day basis. So I feel like if I were going back to school, I would kind of do both of these. So I just want to give you guys the options of these two because I feel like with life in reality, once you start going to school every single day, you don't want to do a full face of makeup every single day because I know I didn't. So I actually have nothing on my face. The only thing I have is some chapstick on because I wanted to show you guys from the beginning of what I do as soon as I get out of the shower, which I just got out of the shower. I went to the gym earlier, so I just showered. Like I said, this would be something that I would personally do. All of this is drugstore stuff, so it's super affordable and easy for you guys to just go get yourselves on a budget, you know, be balling on a budget. So why don't we just get right into it? So because I have nothing on my face, I'm going to be starting out with skincare. So I have a few options on here. I realized that the stuff that I use on a day-to-day basis isn't all drugstore basically. I have a spray here that I use on a day-to-day basis. This is the Pixie Vitamin Wake Up Mist. So I usually use this, or I use a coconut vitamin E oil because these both have vitamin E, which is something that I like to personally put on my skin. It's super good for you. It's what makes you glowy and it keeps your skin really moisturized and it gives your skin that vitamin E, which is really essential for your face. So that's the other thing that I don't have over here, but it's also drugstore. I got it from TJ Maxx. But I definitely love this one because it's a wake up mist and it really does wake you up. So what it has is orange blossom and citrus extracts, and then I think I did read on here that it has vitamin E. Basically you can put it on as a before moisturizer, which is what we're going to do, and it strengthens and tones, and you can use it after your makeup because it adds hydration and it's protective as well. Or you can use it anytime because it cools and refreshes and wakes up the skin. So personally I like to use it as a before moisturizer just because I put on so many other stuff afterwards anyways and throughout the day. It smells super good. It just smells like orange. So the next thing that I would put on afterwards is a moisturizer. So I have two here. One of them is drugstore, one of them is high-end. So this is my drugstore one that I talk about all the time. I rave about this so much. It's so great, you guys. If you guys have acne prone skin or just dry to combination skin, any skin type, this is your deal. I have bad combination skin, so in the winter I get super dry. I get dry patches in a lot of places, and then in the summer I get super oily, but for some reason this has always and will always work for me. This moisturizes and helps restore the protective skin barrier, and it's lightweight. It specifies that it's lightweight, and I can definitely vouch for that. It definitely really is lightweight. Like I said, this is my day-to-day moisturizer because it's so lightweight and it's great for any skin type. When I apply makeup, I like using this. So this is not drugstore. This is actually high-end, but this is my little sample size. I'm waiting to use this up before I go splurge on the bigger one. But this is the Belief True Cream Aqua Bomb. Super great and hydrating, but because we are sticking to drugstore, I am going to use the CeraVe one. So I'd like to tap it in the areas that I want it first, and then I go in and rub. So now that we're moisturized, the next thing that I would do is apply sunscreen. So you always want to apply sunscreen, whether it be a lotion that already has sunscreen in it, like this one, or you go out and just buy a plain sunscreen. This is high-end. This is Dermalogica. I would repurchase this. I am probably going to repurchase this because this Dynamic Skin Recovery has SPF 50. You guys, it's great. It's super lightweight. You need this in your life, whether it be this exact one or not. I haven't found one from the drugstore that I absolutely love. Dermalogica has hit the spot for me. So I'm actually going to use this because, like I said, I don't have a drugstore one that I absolutely love, but you could just use a normal sunscreen, just not the one for your body. Make sure it is made for your face, just because you don't want the oils from the body one to be on your face because it would basically melt off throughout the day. And then I go ahead and start spreading it. So as you can see, I did do it on my ears because your ears need protection too. Now that we're done basically with my skincare, I would just add chapstick and that's it. Before you start applying your makeup, you do want all your moisturizers, basically all of the stuff that you did apply to your face for skincare for a while. You want to let it sit for a while before you start applying makeup, just so that it gets into your skin, it becomes a barrier before you apply anything else. Okay, so now moving on to the makeup portion. This is beyond one of my favorite products by Pixi. Sorry, I keep grabbing my water. So this is the Glow Booster by Pixi. This is a liquid illuminator. The shade that I use is Pink Pearl, and all it says is that it's a liquid face illuminator. So I use this as my drugstore primer because I've never found one that's great, that I absolutely love from the drugstore. This is my go-to. And I rub this into my hands and I apply it to the highest points first. The bridge of my nose, my chin, my cheekbones, the sides of my forehead. Then once I start running out, I kind of spread it between my hands and start patting it everywhere. Now moving on to brows. My brows are actually done with a high-end product. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer. I do have a brow tutorial up on my channel, so I am going to do this off camera. I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I did my brows off camera. Like I said, I have a brow tutorial up. It's an updated one on what I've been doing lately, so you guys can go check that out. We have this glowy skin. Let me close this real quick because it's messing with my lighting. There we go. Look at how intense this glow is. So you can totally tone it down. That's why I use literally just like less than a dime size. You could just apply it to your high points and whatnot. But I love this in the sun when it hits. It's so beautiful and I love it. Pixi created these. So they are the Sheer Cheek Gels. They're amazing, you guys. I love these. These two shades are my absolute favorite. So this one is called Natural, this one is called Rosy, and I love them. I'm going to go with this one because this one's my favorite one out of the two. I put about this much on my middle finger, and I spread it between my ring finger and my middle finger on both ends, like this. And then I start applying it to my cheeks. And obviously you can build it up. I sometimes build it up. I sometimes put this one down as my base and then go over it with this one. You can definitely set it with a blush if you don't like this whole being glowy and dewy and you just get oily. You can definitely set it with a translucent powder or a blush. The next thing that you can do is just spot conceal. So I like using this NYX Contour and Conceal Kit. I am going to take this middle shade, taking the brush that I used to blend out the concealer under my brows and stuff, and just somewhat dipping it into the palette. If you guys have redness on a blemish or just on your face, this helps. This is the Essence No Redness green concealer. Basically, you just put this on. I don't have any redness necessarily at the moment, so I'm not going to put it on, but I just want to suggest this. This is drugstore, it's Essence, and it's amazing. I love it whenever I have a pimple or just like a scratch or something that's super red and I don't want it showing out of any of my makeup. This is your go-to. I have some scars up here that I do like to hide, so I'm just using tapping motions. This really bothers me. It's right around my mouth, all these scars, so I conceal these. So once you have it basically covered up to your liking, you're going to take a foundation shade that is your skin tone shade. So this one's a little darker than me. At the moment it sort of matches me. It used to be way too dark for me, but because it's summertime and I'm getting a little more tan, it is a little more my shade. So I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me shade 228. So I just tap it on my brush and then I go in over the concealed shades. That way it's my tone and it matches and blends in with my skin tone. So this is honestly what I would do. You can totally set these areas as well with a translucent powder. I would just set the areas that I covered up. That way they don't move or budge throughout the day, but because we're basically going to go straight into doing another makeup look, I'm going to leave it. You're looking fresh and awake without having a full beat down every single day. You could even totally add some mascara, which I usually do from time to time when I do this makeup look. Sometimes I'll skip it, sometimes I won't. Sometimes I'll even skip the brows, sometimes I won't. But this is what I would do. It's really great. It's affordable, obviously. And it looks so good on your skin. Now jumping right into the makeup parts. So since we already covered up basically all of our flaws, I should say, I'm going to go straight in with more foundation. And again, I am using the Maybelline Matte and Poreless. For me, in school, I would like having a mattifying face because it would last me all day long. So now I'm going over with my beauty blender. So now that that's all blended out, we are going to go into concealer. So I like using the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade Light. Just going to dot this under my eyes. Alright, so now to set, I'm actually going to use my Rimmel London Fix and Matte Translucent Powder. So this is compact. So now that that's done, we're going to bronze. So, of course, if you guys know me, if you're my OGs, my favorite bronzer in the entire world is NYC Sun and Bronze in the shade Fire Island Tan. I love this stuff. I love this stuff on all the clients that I use it on. I just love it. It's beautiful for every single skin tone and type. It's shimmery, but it's not too shimmery to the point where you can definitely see all like the glitter and stuff. It's just perfect. So I'm going to bronze my whole face with this. So now for blush, I'm going to be using one of my drugstore favorites. It's the Essence blush in the shade Baby Doll. So for highlights, I didn't have an amazing drugstore highlight, but because this is something that I would wear honestly on a day-to-day basis, I wouldn't go, like I said, full out glam and do the most out there highlights. This is one of my favorites. This is the Pixie Duo. This is the shade Rose Gold, so it has a blush and it has the highlights. The blush is really nice, but it's not my favorite, but this highlight really is. So I don't like to put on mascara and finish it all and then set, because usually my mascara runs or something happens that shouldn't happen. So I like to set it with this, or like my Mario Badescu Rose Water or Green Tea one. On a day-to-day basis, when I would usually go to school, I wouldn't put on lashes, mainly because I didn't have the time to constantly put them on every single day. And since I've been using castor oil and my lashes have been growing, I've just been doing mascara. And I have been using a lash primer. So this is the Lancome lash primer. I don't have a drugstore lash primer. I don't even know if any drugstore brand carries a lash primer. I'm gonna curl my lashes, add some mascara primer, and then this is the mascara I'm using. It's the Essence Lash Princess Mascara. So now that we're done with that, and before we do the lip, I like to take any kind of brow powder or shadow. Mine is from Avon, and it is one of the brow powders, so it comes with the gel and the brow powder. I take one of these little liner pencils that you use to do wing liner or whatnot, and what I do is I like to enhance my beauty marks. So I have one right here, I have one right here, another one over here, right above my lip. You can even do it onto pimples that you have like really bad on your face. Just make them into little moles. That's that. Now we can move on to lips. So I'm going to be taking NYX Natural Lip Liner. Now I'm going to be taking one of Pixie's, what are these? Basically, this is a stain, and then this is a silk gloss. So this is the berry tint, and then this is the sweet gloss. So there you have it. What I love about this is that it's not so overpowering. It does make your lips look nice and juicy and buttery, and a gloss is definitely better than using a matte on a day-to-day basis just because it keeps your lips hydrated. This isn't sticky at all, by the way, guys. It's literally just a very silky gloss, and I love it. It's just so pretty. Moving on to hair. So my hair is about 2 days old. Honestly, I wish this tool existed in my life earlier when I actually went to school. It is the Vanity Planet hair straightening tool. So it's a brush. Mine's all dirty. Don't mind it because I've literally been using it all the time. It's basically just a heated brush, which is really, really awesome because not only is it brushing your hair, detangling it and stuff, but it's also straightening it. So for me, because I have short hair, my hair tends to flip out, as you can see, like in the back, it like is flipping outwards, and I don't like that. I like when it flips inwards towards my face. What's great about this tool is that the highest it heats up to is 370 degrees, which is awesome. There's an LED screen, there's the plus and negative sign, which lowers and raises the heat, and the on and off button. So it's very self-explanatory. It's a 360 little swivel, what do you call this, cord, and I love it. So let's just part my hair. So what I do is I take just really the top of my hair. And you guys might say that my hair doesn't need it, but that's because I did this yesterday. But when I slept in it, it kind of didn't stay the way I wanted it to. What I do is I take it and I straighten it downwards. All of this, all these pieces, I just straighten it going down. You don't even need to leave it in long enough because it's pretty heated. Once I see how fast that was? Once I basically did that, I am just going to grab them and run it through underneath and curve it so that it gives me that curve towards my face. Well, there we go. There's the bottom half. Super quick, took under less than 3 minutes probably. So I let down my top half and I'm just going to make a middle part with my finger. So I'm just going to do the same thing, run it downwards into my hair to get it straight, and I'm going to take it again and then just fold it inwards towards my face. And that's it. Look at how easy that was. So thanks so much to Vanity Planet for that hair tool. So this completes the get ready with me for a back to school day look and makeup and hair, and also a very like natural skin look. Vanity Planet's a really great brand. I also get you a discount code. This brush is originally $100. I think I get it for you guys for $30. Something like that. It's down in the description box. Click my link, use my code. If you click my link, my code is already automatically added. But if you just open up their site and use my code when you're checking out, that's great too. I also have a code with them for other things. I have their brush sets, I have their spin brush, facial sets, I have another hair tool from them, and then this one. So I really love them. They're a really great brand. So go get yours. I get you guys things for basically more than half the price off of the original price. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.